Hi everybody, Gabby here with your battle of the day. A little bit of bookkeeping while I try to find a battle here. So as some of you know, regionals was this past weekend in Seattle. I ended up doing really well, which kind of was astounding, honestly. The field was very difficult, and to say I got 8th place is really just something that just makes me happy, I guess. So yeah, I do want to do like a regionals recap, but unfortunately, I'm still competing next weekend in Kansas, so I'm gonna wait until after that. And since we found a battle, I'm just gonna get started on talking through what I'm seeing here, and I'll save the rest of the bookkeeping I have for the end of this video. So it looks like we have a Mega Salamence team with Landorus, Hydreigon, Aegislash, Entei, and Sylveon. Very bulky, very not so heavy hitting except for the Hydreigon, which is probably Scarfed or Specs. Basically, Sylveon's probably Specs or Assault Vest, Landorus is probably Scarf or Assault Vest, and Hydreigon's probably Specs or Scarf. So those three have some combination of those three items most likely. Because of that, I think I'm going to start with my Politoed Thundurus lead, just, you know, to get some damage going, maybe get some hacks set up. In the back, I think that I really need to bring Metagross. Politoed's range should be enough to protect me from that Entei, and let me think for a second. I really do want to bring Scrafty, but I don't know, Sylveon, having that Sylveon there, I know I have Metagross, but that still worries me, especially with the Salamence, because both those things are very fast and basically tear through Scrafty. So I'm going to bring Ludicolo in my 4th slot, hoping to use it more as a late game sweeper, fast sweeper kind of thing, than some sort of like fake out setup kind of thing. Excuse me. Alright, so the battle's getting started. Good luck, have fun. Let's see what we got. Alright, looks like he's starting off with Hydreigon and that Sylveon. Not a terrible lead for me. I can switch in Metagross here and be decently okay. I'm a little worried about him possibly calling that switch though. But unfortunately, like, I can Ice Beam, but that would be a 2-hit on that Hydreigon easily. But I honestly think that's really my only choice. As much as I'd love to keep Thundurus in here and possibly just press the Swagger button, I'm going to actually try and save it and just go straight for Metagross. Because Metagross is really the one that I want facing these two, and hopefully Ice Beam will be a 2-hit KO on that Hydreigon as construction goes on in the background. So that way I don't have to worry about Dark Pulse too much next turn. Yes, it does look like Ice Beam does a little bit over half, but it's actually a Citrus Hydreigon, meaning that not that good. Hydreigon sets up Tailwind, which is actually something I've seen in the past, so I'm not too alarmed. Sylveon does go for that Hyper Voice. Judging by the damage on my Politoed, it's probably Specs. But yeah, I think really the best choice I have here is to definitely Ice Beam that Hydreigon. I don't know if that was a high or low damage roll, because that Citrus Berry does indicate that it probably has some sort of investment in bulk. Really the question is, how am I going to save Metagross from Dark Pulse? Because one Dark Pulse will be enough to KO it. I do not outspeed it because of that Tailwind. I'm just going to protect, maybe try and stall out Tailwind. I know that I'm basically sacking Politoed for, I don't know, the opportunity to maybe get a Thunder Wave in next turn so that that Hydreigon's slower. But I think that's really my only shot. Still not too worried about Sylveon. Honestly, once I can get Metagross like safe to attack without having to worry about like Dark Pulse things, I should be fine. Sylveon does go for the Hyper Voice. Politoed is appropriately sacked. Going to send in my maybe a little no. The problem is I just need another turn here. So sending in Thundurus. I think at this point I kind of have to go for the Swagger onto that Sylveon. I could go for the KO on that Hydreigon, but I'm really more concerned about stalling out Tailwind right now and getting Ludicolo in the game before Rain runs out, so I at least have a couple turns to take advantage of the speed boost that Swift Swim gives. So sending Ludicolo in for the Metagross slot. Probably another Dark Voice. Dark Voice, wow. Dark Pulse Hyper Voice from his end. Swagger does hit. Whether or not it'll save my Thundurus this turn is to be determined, though. Dark Pulse does go into the Ludicolo slot. It's going to do not that much, thankfully. Sylveon is confused. Will Sylveon hit itself in the face? It does not. That's not good. Does a lot of damage, which is, again, unfortunate, but I'm going to go ahead and set up Thunder Wave on it now. Since it already has a 50% chance of attacking, I figure stacking on the addition from the 30% chance of not attacking from Thunder Wave is probably a good idea, because that'll mean it'll have like maybe 70% chance of not attacking total. I forget how that math happens because it's early and I haven't had coffee yet. Dark Pulse again from Hydreigon, meaning I don't know why he did that, because I guess he's trying to count on the fact that Sylveon will get the Hyper Voice off to finish off my Ludicolo. Hydreigon does go down though, which means Metagross is kind of safe to come in and have fun. Sylveon does attack though, maybe not the best play on my part. Critical hit on that Thundurus, maybe it looks like, or not. Yeah, this is pretty much game over for me. In retrospect, I probably should have tried to, I don't even know. I guess, had a better lead to stop that Hydreigon. I was not expecting Tailwind from it. And if I would have, like, Thunder Wave right off the bat, that could have actually saved me a little bit, I think. Just because then it would have been slower than my Politoed in Tailwind, and I could have KO'd it before I had to basically sack it. But, you know, there's still a chance that hacks could come through here. Seeing that Thundurus has 6 HP, he's probably going to go for the Hyper Voice to KO. To KO my Thundurus and probably doubling into my Metagross with that Salamence. This turn I am faster. So I'm hoping that, well, protecting's good. Between Iron Head's flinch chance, the paralysis, and the Swagger, maybe that Sylveon will finally, like, not attack this turn. That'd be really nice. Maybe. Yes. Okay. Well, we got one turn of that, so that's good. The rain has stopped, though, meaning my Thunders are now not as accurate. Oh... Let me think for a second. Mega Salamence is now faster than anything I have on the field, so I could protect in Thunder Wave and then just try and get Metagross to carry everything, but I don't really think that's an option, especially since I'm at -1, so I'm just gonna go for the Swagger here. I don't know if it's physical or not. For some reason, my brain started telling me he's going to double Hyper Voice, which is why I decided to go for that over the Thunder Wave. And that, it has the higher percentage of doing stuff. Okay, so that's good. Judging by the damage, I don't think it's physical, so he probably does have the double Hyper Voice. So really, I think if he sends in Landorus here, I'm kind of screwed. He doesn't. He sends in that Entei. So still kind of screwed. But there could be some hope. Let me think. I'm gonna have to get really lucky to pull this off, honestly. Because at -1, I can't really do any damage to these guys. I really need them to not attack in order for me to get anything done. So yeah, why not? Going for the Swagger on Entei, just trying to get something in my favor so I can maybe win this. Iron Head on that Salamence, if I do outspeed it, it'll give me a flinch chance, but I don't outspeed it. He goes for the Dragon Claw onto my Thundurus. It's obviously KO'd. It's going to do more than 6 damage. which means Iron Head is going to be really negligible, and there's no way I could beat that Entei. So good game, person on Battle Spot. Even though I did get that confusion, I think that now that Salamence isn't confused, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm pretty screwed. So just for the sake of doing something, I'm gonna go for the Zen Headbutt on that Entei. Maybe Salamence, if it has Dragon Claw, maybe it doesn't have something that can kill me in 2 shots. And if I can stop that Entei from moving until it's dead, then there's some hope. Double Edge from that Salamence, not gonna kill, is gonna kill me. Okay, cool, well, good game. And let's see, we're 10 minutes in, so I think I have time to do one more video. So while we're waiting for the next matchup, I'm going to talk a little bit about basically what the next 3 weeks for this channel is going to look like, because I'm going on vacation. I'm very excited. It's been a very long time since I've had an actual vacation where I wasn't working during it. So as a result, though, I'm going to be away from my computer, and I will not be able to record any videos for you guys, unfortunately. If I had a not Mac laptop, maybe we could figure something out, but I don't, and last I checked, all of the 3DS capture stuff does not work on Macs. So unfortunately, I'm going to try and pre-record as much as I can to kind of release intermittently while I'm gone. I'll be back to, like, I guess my desktop computer in mid-June. So I should be able to start regular uploads again before Nationals, but we'll see. There's going to be a 2 or 3 day period, like a week and a half from now, where I will have access to somebody else's computer, and I might try and make that work, but no guarantees. Depending on how burnt out I am, I might just kind of take some me time. Don't take it personally, guys. Like, it's just, yeah, me time. Anyways, so looks like we have another standard team here. Kangaskhan, Amoonguss, Zapdos, Heatran, Hydreigon, Landorus. Kind of reminds me of a lot of the teams I saw this weekend with that Kangaskhan, Zapdos, Heatran, Landorus, Hydreigon core. Amoonguss was more likely a Sylveon, honestly, in Seattle. But as a result, I think I'm going to stick with the same lead. I need to bring Scrafty because of Kangaskhan. We learned that last time. And for my last slot, let's see. I think I have to bring Metagross. I'm kind of hesitant to because Landorus and Heatran mean I really need to be very protective of my Politoed. But I think having Scrafty in the back to kind of help with switching bulk and stuff shouldn't be too bad. We'll find out though. So good luck, have fun, person. Can't read that. So let's see what they're gonna lead. Alright, so Thundurus and Politoed sent out on my side. They send out Kangaskhan and Zapdos. So definitely gonna go for some Fake Out. Maybe Fake Out Tailwind is something I could see happening here. Or he could go straight, or she could go straight for the Thunderbolt into my Politoed. I do want to get the Intimidate off on that Kangaskhan, and instead of doing what I would normally do here and just Encore that Kangaskhan into Fake Out, I'm going to go straight for the Ice Beam. Because I have Scrafty, I'm not so much worried about getting that Kangaskhan into a position where it needs to switch out. I'd much rather have it sitting at -1. And if I Encore it into Fake Out after I Intimidate it, like, that's just going to be completely contradictory to having it intimidated in the first place, I guess. Kangaskhan does Mega Evolve. Let's see. Does not go for Fake Out. Politoed's Ice Beam moves first, so now he knows I'm Scarfed. Does a little less than half, but gets the Freeze, which will help a lot. Kangaskhan goes straight for the Double Edge into my Politoed. Will not KO thanks to that -1, it looks like. Nope, it gets a crit on the second hit, meaning it does KO. I'll trade a crit for that Freeze, so I'm fine with that. Zapdos does not Thaw, meaning that I can kind of do whatever I want next turn. I I'm gonna send in, I guess, Thunderous again. Really kind of worried about his Landorus now. Because Politoed's Ice Beam was really the best thing I had to handle that. So, knowing that Kangaskhan's at -1 and that his Zapdos is frozen, and I have two really bulky things on the field, I'm actually going to go for Bulk Up on Scrafty in hopes of kind of making it easier for me to deal with whatever he sends in next, which is probably that Landorus, which is exactly what it is. So, thankfully the Bulk Up will cancel out the Intimidate, and it'll give me a +1 in defense, which will certainly be good. Also, Thunder into Zapdos, which does not KO because it's Citrus Bulky, which is fine. I don't think I really wanted that Kangaskhan coming back in right now anyways, and Zapdos stays frozen, which is nice. So I think this turn I'm going to go for knockoff onto that Landorus in case it's Choice Scarfed, or Banded, or Assault Vested, or really anything. And as for Thunderous, like, I don't want to switch it out because I worry that he's going to call it an Earthquake. But I do want to keep Thunderous alive so that I can maybe paralyze things and yeah, I'm gonna keep Thunderous alive. I'm gonna switch in Metagross hopefully to kind of sponge that Rock Slide. Hopefully Scrafty doesn't flinch because that could really not help. Metagross comes in, Landorus does go for the Rock Slide, will connect with both Pokemon, does not do too much to Scrafty or Metagross due to the type advantage. That's, or disadvantage. That's really not a lot. I think this is an Assault Vest, or Choice Scarf. Okay, never mind. Scrafty's Leftovers is actually going to completely negate, almost completely negate that Rock Slide, which is really nice. So now that I have one knockoff done, and one bulk up set up, I definitely want to Mega Evolve Metagross and protect this turn so I have a chance of outspeeding Landorus now that it's not Choice Scarfed. I think I'm also just going to go for the Drain Punch onto that Landorus just to, again, get more damage, not really worried about what Zapdos is going to do here. It's still frozen. And after I Mega Evolve, I should outspeed it since he never got Tailwind up. Assuming it even has Tailwind, I don't even know. Metagross does Protect. Landorus does go for the Earthquake, which will be great for me because that means there's no way Scrafty can flinch, and at +1 defense, it should not do that much damage. Yep, perfect. And Zapdos stays frozen again. I'm really kind of lucky with that freeze because it's given me a lot of ability to just kind of deal with the other threats on this team and not worry about kind of dealing with a lot of things that normally I struggle with. But I think now that I'm Mega Evolved and that I hopefully outspeed that Landorus, I'm going to go ahead and just go for the kill with Iron Head. I do outspeed, meaning bye-bye Landorus, no more Earthquake, and I doubt Drain Punch is going to kill that Zapdos, but I would rather have a little HP. He does get Tailwind up, though. He does Thaw and get Tailwind, so that's unfortunate. But I think at this point in time, it's not going to be that much of a disadvantage, honestly. Though I think Rain's going to end this turn, which will be a disadvantage, yeah. Because now that Zapdos is just free to Heat Wave, basically. And his Kangaskhan can come in here and fake out my Scrafty, so even if I do Protect on Landorus, like, Scrafty's just going to be eating... oh, he sends in Hydreigon, which means he's probably going to Specs Dark Pulse my my Metagross this turn, which is unfortunate. Drain Punch is a 2-hit KO, so I'm just going to try and stall out enough time so that I can get the Drain Punch, or I can kill Hydreigon at least. I think next turn what I'm going to have to do is probably switch out my Metagross, because as much as I love Thunderous, like, Metagross certainly has way more utility at this point, and switching out to Thunderous will give me more time to stall out his Tailwind. Zapdos goes for Roost. Not Heat Wave. I don't know if he called my Protect there or if he figured Dark Pulse would do everything he needed. Either way, not that worried because Drain Punch almost KOs that Hydreigon and brings me back to full health. So Scrafty's just a tank right now, which I'm happy about. Going to switch this turn to try and avoid killing Metagross with that Dark Pulse. I think Thundurus is bulky enough to survive a Specs Dark Pulse, but I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've run this calc. Yeah, this one is definitely bulky enough. So that's nice. Thunderbolt goes into Thundurus as well. Not going to do that much because of the type resistance. Does leave me with a little HP, but because Hydreigon's gone, I'm not that worried. Really, I think my next thing to do here is to kill that Kangaskhan, really. Though I think because he has the option to fake out this turn, I think I'm gonna go directly for the Thunder Wave onto that Kangaskhan, and I'm actually gonna go for another Bulk Up on Scrafty. Just trying to get to the point where Drain Punch will just one-shot that Kangaskhan with one hit, and I believe I have to be at +1 to do that. So Kangaskhan's paralyzed. Kangaskhan does get Double Edge off onto the Scrafty, most likely. Yep, I'm gonna do nothing, which is gorgeous. And takes a lot of recoil damage. Thunderbolt goes into my Thundurus, which is going to KO it. Not that big of a deal at this point. I think Thundurus has done what it needs to do. Scrafty bulks up, putting me at +2 defense, +1 attack. Leftovers is going to give me some HP back, and I believe Tailwind's going to run out this turn. Yes. So now, thanks to that paralysis, Scrafty does outspeed that Kangaskhan and should be able to KO it before anything happens. And just to save myself from a potential Sucker Punch onto that Metagross, I'm going to set up Sub, hoping that... or he could just forfeit. Beautiful. Alright, so I think that's it for now. I'm going to try and record some more videos tonight to post in the future. My name is Gabby, and that was your Battle of the Day.